I want to make a quick video, and you have to excuse me because I'm actually kind of sick. My kids were sick last week and I ended up getting whatever they had. But there's some exciting news that I want to share with all of you guys. We have a new addition to the camera family. The Canon C400 has officially came. And we just got this bad boy about 2 weeks ago. So I've had it for 2 weeks, but it's fairly new. And we've been playing around with it a lot, and so far I absolutely love it. So I wanted to give you guys my first impressions on the Canon C400, which I know is extremely popular. But I also want to talk about how it's going to fit in our production line compared to the DJI Ronin 4D, which was my first ever cinema camera, which I absolutely love. I still love this camera so much. It's a little bit niche, but it does a fantastic job and has made me so much money. And even the Sony a7S III, we're actually shooting on the Sony a7S III right now. Just kind of giving you guys an idea of where the Canon C400 is going to fit. But I also want to talk about why I decided to go with the Canon C400 instead of the C80, for example. I know the C80 is incredibly popular right now, and Canon's just been hitting home runs back to back with these two cameras. And ultimately why I've decided to kind of also leave the Sony line and invest further, at least production-wise, in Canon. So let's start off with an unboxing. There's been so many unboxing videos on YouTube, so I'm not going to bore you guys with the details, but basically it arrived almost kind of surprisingly, shockingly, minimally boxed, which is kind of weird for a cinema camera at this price point. And we'll talk about price a little bit later because the Canon C400 is actually a fantastic value. But to just give you perspective, the DJI Ronin 4D comes in a case. So it's shipped to you in a box, but it's also in a case, a great travel case that's padlocked. And the Ronin 4D is cheaper than the Canon C400, so just keep that in mind. So it was packaged fine, but surprisingly, there was no case. I ended up buying a case for it, you know, with those like cutout foams that you do yourself. I just wish that Canon would have at least offered a case that you could put the entire thing in, like the Ronin 4D. And it's a travel case, hard case that you can, you know, easily get the camera in and out of. So that was a little surprising. My first impressions. Honestly, when I first picked this guy up, I was super surprised at just how light it is and small. I mean, comparing this to the Ronin 4D, the Ronin 4D is huge, even if you take the gimbal out of the equation, and a lot heavier than the C400. It still kind of dwarfs the C400 when putting them side by side next to each other. Now, the Ronin 4D has a lot of features built into it, but not as much connectivity out of the box like the Canon C400. But I was really shocked at just how light and small this thing is. And honestly, I am debating if I even want to add a cage and add any weight to it, because I just love how it's so light. It's going to be so easy to handle and maneuver. And honestly, that's a huge thing. The older that you get, the more minimal you become. You just want to pick things up and start shooting. The only thing I'm considering doing is putting a V-mount plate in the back here and just running a V-mount battery. I bought the Tilta V-mount plate that comes with the cable, and then I got some V-mount batteries. And really the only reason I'm going to do that, well, two reasons. One, you know, the V-mount battery gets you a lot of power for a longer time, but also it's actually way cheaper. These Canon batteries, the BPA60N, first off, they're really hard to find right now. Second off, they're expensive. They're almost $500. I think they are $500. So I can actually run the small rig V-mount batteries, or even like the new K&F Concept 99 watt-hour batteries, which are like $100 on sale, you know, and it'd be far cheaper than getting the Canon BPA A60N batteries, which are out of $500. And, you know, you get all the benefits with V-mount. So that's something I'm considering doing, but overall I want to keep it light and just agile. Comparing it to the Ronin 4D, okay? I'm not going to be doing a footage test today because I don't have any footage to compare it to the Ronin 4D quite yet. We have several jobs that are lined up. Actually, this weekend we have 2 shoots, and then next weekend we have another 2 shoots, and I'm planning on using the Canon C400 and the DJI in a camera A/B style of shooting, and maybe even mixing in the Sony a7S III just to kind of give you guys an idea of what the footage looks like. But just comparing it, you know, based on value and package right now, the Ronin 4D comes with 2 handles, has a bunch of beautiful buttons, and you have your dials and everything. They're just so nice. Great haptic feedback from the DJI Ronin 4D. Of course, you have the built-in gimbal, and you have the Z-axis. All that stuff makes this camera, which was used on Civil War as a B or C cam, I think, for, you know, some of the action scenes, really, really nice and versatile. Shoots in 6K. You also get 6K and 60p, basically equivalent to the Canon C400. You do shoot to a 1 terabyte DJI proprietary SSD drive, which is great. And then you have all of your sensors, you have the Z-axis, all that good stuff that we're all used to, but it comes with a really nice battery, right? And these batteries are far cheaper than the little Canon batteries. I think the DJI batteries are each like $200 or $250 a pop compared to $500. But you also get this beautiful, beautiful 5-inch monitor. So, you know, compared to the Canon C400, this monitor is way better. The Canon C400 monitor it's okay. I mean, it gets the job done, but it is tiny. For right now, I am going to keep it. I don't want to, like I said, make the camera any heavier. But I'm kind of spoiled with the DJI Ronin 4D monitor, right? The menu system's great. I mean, there's just so much going on for the DJI Ronin 4D. What I am excited about, though, with the Canon is the monitor and a monitor system accepts a USB-C port, which means, in theory, third-party manufacturers, monitor manufacturers, Small Rig, maybe Atomos, whatever, will probably come up with a monitor that will run on the C400 and be able to control the camera and whatever, equivalent to the DJI monitor. But with the DJI monitor, you get it out of the box, right? With the DJI Ronin 4D, the monitor's included in the price tag. So this is usually on sale for under $7,000, right? $6,500 or so for the Ronin 4D. The Canon C400 is $8,000, $7,099. Do I regret the purchase? Absolutely not. They're both fantastic. I just think that the Ronin 4D is just bonkers at how versatile, but how much value you're getting, right, with DJI, and the ecosystem's just ready to go. Like I said, if you're looking for connectivity, the C400 has it 100%. You're getting way more connection ports with the C400, and you're getting more of that traditional box style cinema camera. With the DJI, you're not getting the ports. You can buy an expansion pack, which I think is like $200 or $300 that allows you to, you know, get a few ports for audio and time code and things like that. But you're getting a built-in gimbal, right, for that image stabilization, for that run and gun and action shots, and you're getting the wireless transmission and all that stuff. It's very modular. It's one of the most modular cameras in the market today, with great picture quality. And now they have an 8K sensor, which you can just swap in now if you want to, which has great dynamic range and all that good stuff. The big con with the Ronin 4D is the lenses are limited because of the gimbal. So right now, I'm running the DJI 17 to 28 T3.0. I haven't seen DJI come out with another, you know, native lens like this since the launch of this lens. But, you know, I'm itching for something that's a little bit more, right? A little more reach, a little bit more punch. And you're playing that little dance between making sure you're not running too heavy, but also trying to get the image, right? So they came out with the flex system and all that. I ended up not getting the flex system because I realized this is what it is. This is the perfect gimbal cinema camera that's extremely modular. So this fits in beautifully because now this is a traditional cinema camera, box style cinema camera, and now I can run any lens that I want. Right now I'm currently running the 24-105 f4, not the new f2.8. I'm thinking about getting the f2.8. I'm thinking that the 24-105 f4 is dead, and you know, the 24-105 f2.8 is where it's at, and I've already seen reviews on it. It pairs beautifully with this camera, and compared to the Ronin 4D, it has a place. I mean, this is going to be our traditional cinema camera workhorse. We're going to be using this, you know, these are strictly for my production company, right? We're not going to be using this on YouTube. The Sony a7S III is still going to be the YouTube king. It's going to be our pick up and go mirrorless camera. But when it comes to paid work for our production company, these two cameras are going to probably take on the majority of the work. Not to say that the Sony can't do it, and we're not going to throw in the Sony every once in a while, but, you know, I bought these specifically for the big stuff, right? The work that we're going to get paid for. So why didn't I go with the C80? Why did I go with the C400? So I'll be honest with you guys, I was pretty torn. Both systems, both cameras, the C400 and the C80 were fantastic. I saw the launch of each. At the time, if you guys haven't watched my videos, the firmware updates on my Sony a7S III left a bad taste in my mouth. It actually broke my camera. Went back and forth with Sony. There's a whole history there. Long story short, they refused to fix it. I had to fix it out of pocket. And I was waiting for the next, you know, FX3, possibly, you know, if it was going to have internal NDs. But mainly I was waiting for the next FX6. I wanted to get the new FX6 and build the production around Sony, because I had been a Sony guy. Originally started with Canon and then transferred over to Sony because Canon was just dragging their feet. They were not being innovative, and Sony was popping, right? So I was doing that, and I didn't pre-order the C400. I didn't pre-order the C80 right away. I was like, all right, I'm switching back to Canon, and I literally put in an order for both. So the C400 had already been out. The people that had pre-ordered were already getting their cameras, and the C400 was back-ordered until it said sometime in December, and the C80 was, you know, at the end of November. The C80 will start shipping out. And I remember messaging them, and I'm like, hey, what place in line am I if I ordered a C80? And they're like, oh, you're like number 30 or something like that. Okay, what place would I be if I ordered a C400? And they're like, well, you'd be like 12 or something like that. Okay. So I'm like, screw it. I'm just going to put a pre-order for each. One C80, one C400. Whatever comes first, that's the camera I'm going to go with. Because it was literally a toss-up. For the C80, I was really attracted to this, like, somewhere in between a mirrorless camera and a cinema camera. It's still small enough where you can just pick it up and go, right? You don't feel like you're taking on this big camera. You know, you could still kind of use it for YouTube. You can use it for documentaries. You can be a little bit more discreet with it. It's in between a mirrorless camera and a cinema camera. But if I was being honest with you guys, for the production company aspect of it, for my business, I was thinking, all right, the C80 would be great, but I'd probably rig it up, and eventually I would want a C400. So I was thinking, if I get the C80 now, hold me over, and then I'll get the C400. And I'm actually really glad that the C400 came in first. It was supposed to be, you know, estimated shipping date or arrival sometime in December, but then I got a call, and it was like, hey, we have it. We have one unit. And I got it early. I got the notification on Halloween Day that it was going to ship out to me, and it was here at my door November 2nd. That aspect of, oh, it's a quick grab and go run and gun camera, I feel like the Sony a7S III is handling that for me. The Sony a7S III is still a fantastic camera. Although I'm switching away from Sony, I still love the a7S III. I still decided to fix it because, you know, it's made me a lot of money. There's a lot of nostalgia with that camera. So I feel like the Sony a7S III is handling all of that for me. It's going to be handling the run and gun, YouTube, and just being creative on a whim, right? The Sony a7S III will do that. I don't want to leave you guys hanging on this video. I don't have a lot that I can shoot right now, but I figured what I'll do is I'll go ahead and take the Sony a7S III off right now. I'll put the Canon C400 on, and I'll just let you see what that looks like. I'll talk for a little bit longer. I'll let you guys see what that looks like with the Canon C400 and this talking head that we're shooting right now, just for giggles. Okay, and now we have the Canon C400 on. We have audio, everything's rolling. Okay, we look good. So this is not a testament to what this camera is capable of, but at least it's going to give you an idea of the image compared to the Sony a7S III. We're shooting in S-Log 3 on the Sony a7S III, and I think we're shooting in C-Log 3 on the C400. So I can tell you, I can tell you that there's a huge difference. We're shooting 4K though, so it's 4K and 4K. The 4K looks beautiful. The Sony a7S III looks beautiful, but with the Canon, especially when you're at 6K and you're in the editing room, there's a lot that you can punch in. There's a lot of detail. You're shooting raw, you know, all that good stuff. But the dynamic range is kind of where things are definitely different. It's also the Canon Colors. I just completely forgot how much I love the Canon Colors. The Canon Colors are fantastic. There's so little that you have to do to get the image that you want. I still think this is the better buy. If you were going to buy a cinema camera for the first time, not talking about image quality, just value for what you get, the DJI Ronin 4D is fantastic. The monitor that comes with it, all of the attachments, the handles, the batteries, the ecosystem, the modularity, and I think, well, at least last month, I think DJI was offering, you would get the wireless transmission and the monitor for free if you bought any of the models, the 6K model or the 8K model. That is insane. So the DJI is definitely, it's a little bit more niche, but it is a true cinema camera. I remember people were saying, hey, it's a gimmick. Hollywood is using it. It's a fantastic camera. I really think the Canon C400 is going to be another fantastic camera. It's a great time to be alive and a filmmaker because these companies are definitely going to compete, and I'm excited to see what else they come up with. But for now, I'm happy where I'm at. So hope you guys like this video. More to come. I promise you there's going to be a lot of C400 content, a lot of, you know, comparing these three camera ecosystems to each other. Leave me a comment below if there's something specific you want me to cover. Do it now though. Do it as soon as possible because like I said, we have 2 weekends booked already, 4 different shoots. So if there's something you want me to cover, I can, you know, make sure I leave some notes for my team and myself, and we'll try to get to it, and we'll try to do it so we can report back. That's it for me, guys. I hope you found this video informative, and if you did, please consider subscribing and joining our channel memberships. I'll catch you in the next video. Take care, everybody.